Okay, so for my lesson, my context standard was 6.7. Students analyzed the geographic, political, economic, religious, and social structures during the development of Rome. So they're supposed to identify the location and describe the rise of the Roman Republic, including the importance of such mythical and historical figures such as Aeneas, Romulus and Remus, Cincinnatus, Julius Caesar, and Cicero. So the learning objective was that scholars will be able to identify the geographic, political, economic, and religious and social structures during the development of Rome through flashcards, lists, or maps including at least 3 mythical and historical figures. The level of blooms applied in this lesson were understand, apply, and create. So overall, throughout our lesson, we did have the students introduced to the topic. The main outcome was for them to obtain enough information to create a map. This map would have requirements such as labels, titles, and legends. So they would have to add anything that they learned into the map to show how they really process the information. So my favorite part was the engagement. So for our engagement, we did make a Powtoon video. So for our video, I like how it's very age appropriate and it's very simple. So like through our video, we just have, it's very like summarized.
Wicked and made a plan to overthrow his own father in order to get the right of his own sister.
So they're just kind of just some examples of what we did. I did make this myself, so I feel like it was easy for students to understand. I feel like it just kind of summarized, you know, a kind of a complicated story, just making it very simple for the students to understand and just giving like a brief like kind of backstory history alongside with the other YouTube video that we did put, which was kind of a lot more complicated information. It was a lot of information for students to retain. So I feel like having them watch that Powtoon at first kind of was a way to ease them into the topic and kind of engage them and like introduce what we're gonna learn. So that was my favorite part. I feel like that kind of really helped the students understand what we were going to learn, because for this 6th grade lesson, like history lessons are a lot more like content heavy. It's a lot of information to retain. So yeah, engagement was so far my favorite. So for our peer feedback, a lot of the our peers did agree with us about like the Powtoon video. They really liked that. Felt like they did a good job explaining. I do feel like it was a lot of information and activities to put into one. So I do understand how some people did feel like it was rushed, but I feel like most of them kind of understand that this is a modified lesson plan and it's kind of hard to have all 5 E's and for a lesson that was originally only supposed to be like, I think it was 4 days, 2 45-minute class sessions and 2 60 minutes. So a lot of the students kind of understand where we were trying to go, but they do feel like we could have elaborated more for it to go more smoothly, which I totally understand. I totally agree. Yeah, so kind of like right here. So the content of the lesson was great. I think that there are a lot of items that could aid students of different abilities to gain the main idea. I think that the presentation could have been smoother, but I understand the time constraint made that difficult. So yeah, overall, I appreciate all of the peer feedback. I do agree with a lot of them. And yeah.